Hi everyone, welcome to the Graceful Skinny. Today we are continuing our end of year review series, and today we've got for you the subject of thinking skills. And most of this, actually all of this, came from Timberdoodle, and only one of this was not included in the actual kindergarten kit last year. It may be included this year. And that was the Snow White Deluxe game. You may recall that I did an in-depth review on it at Christmas, and I will leave a link down below for that. My daughter still loves it. It was a great purchase. I was glad that we have it. She has not made it through all of the challenges yet, but she will. And she has actually been annoyed that it has been in my pile to do reviews on, because she's been wanting to play with it these last few days. So I'm going to give this a solid 8 for this, after having had this. And it's not only great for thinking skills, but because there's the house and the little figures, it's great for storytelling and play. It plays kind of like a dollhouse as well. Along with that, the thinking game, this is the one that was included in her Timberdoodle kit for kindergarten, and she loves it just as much. And again, because we introduced this and at Christmas time, she hasn't quite finished all the challenges from this, but she will work through each of those, and they will stay on the school shelf until she finishes them, and then she can have them in her playroom for free play. And I will give that an 8 as well, because I really did like it, and I really do love this brand. And they call these preschool games, but really, truly, some of them are a little bit easy for her. They start out super duper easy, but by the end of the book, I would say the end of the book would be quite hard for a 3-year-old, which is what I consider preschool. So up through like 1st or 2nd grade, I could say, yeah, these are pretty good, and they're nice sturdy pieces. And if you want to know more about either of these, I've covered these in other videos. And if you are interested in the Snow White game, because my review on this specific item was partially sponsored, I do have a link for this item if you're interested in purchasing it down below. It doesn't cost you any more money, but clicking that link helps me. So if you click that link, great, you'll find that in the description below. Moving on to the other items in here, we have the Mazes books. It was just a standard Kuma maze book. She did pretty good with it. She got a little scribbly with it. We have been much happier with the other maze books, and even though there are other maze books in this series, we're kind of giving it a pass and moving on to the Usborne maze book for 1st grade. I would give it a 6. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing spectacular about it. It's a maze book. The logic book. You'll find that this is also very similar to the one in the pre-K kit. If you liked that one, you'll like this one. We decided to skip over the real or pretend section. We just felt that there wasn't a whole lot here that was worth having her cover. I don't know what my daughter did. There we go. I mean, you kind of pick up on what's real and pretend on your own. So yeah, we're not impressed by that. But the rest of it was great. As always, my daughter loves the sections after that, which is the pattern rotating blocks and the where it goes into like the amusement park rides, where it's like at Disney World. She loved that. So I'm going to give that a 7. It was good, which is great. I don't think this one continues further. If anybody knows of one that does for 1st grade, please let me know, and for me to give it a look. But we liked that. If there was a 1st grade one, I would seriously consider it, but I don't think there is. Moving on to the last one, the Developing the Early Learner series. And when you buy it through Timberdoodle, you get the Timberdoodle exclusive parent guide. And I will say this, without this parent guide, I would not have liked this series. It's basically an answer book, kind of goes and explains each page in depth, kind of talks about a fix for when there's a misprint. I would not recommend this book without the Timberdoodle exclusive parent guide. Timberdoodle's parent guide for this really makes this a much better curriculum. The point of these books is to kind of go through different learning skills and to find possible weaknesses that might be in existence that you would not necessarily notice. And we definitely, and I'm without getting into my daughter's specific history, we definitely notice patterns in here, and she's going to go in for some school testing here soon, or for some testing here soon. And I will be bringing these with us because there is kind of a well-documented pattern of behavior that gets highlighted with certain skill challenges in here. But we really liked it, and I'm going to give this a good 7. There are mistakes. The grading thing in the back of 2, 3, and 4 is messed up. I think they swapped 2 and 4 or something. I can't remember exactly. But there were a few things that you had to like really think about, and it did take an extra book that Timberdoodle had to explain a whole bunch of stuff, and it did take some asking for help on the parent group before I could figure out a couple of things. And for that, I'm taking off a few points. But other than that, it's a great series, and we really liked it, and we would highly recommend it. Thinking skills is where I think Timberdoodle kind of really shines. I've never felt ripped off or dissatisfied or let down by their thinking skill options. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.